starting to get some people in the house now. Just gonna have a little open mic. You can come in and talk about your story, talk about what's going on, come share some poetry, do a little conscious rap, play your guitar, whatever you want to do. We're looking for some new faces to come on, but you know, we'll see. We can have some people that's been on before too, but let's try to get some new faces in. I'll tell you when you can call in, and we'll bring you in one at a time. I'm going to break it open a little bit and do a little something I just wrote today. So we're going to steal a little bit of Mac Miller instrumental. What's going on, Hung? What's happening? John Corpy in Hawaii. All right, here we go. Shout out to Mac Miller. We do not own this music. Yeah. Yeah. My story, mystery, history, my story. The story begins as it always begins. The void, beginningless, less beginning. Endless ends in the endless end. You know the drill. Why we here? Faith and fear far and near. What's the big deal? Give me Mama Earth so I can feel again. It's all coming back now. Soul shaking, creating, life's cracking open. Humanity's awakening, hearts splintering, imploding. Synchronicities, serendipity, human complexities, soul simple profundities. What's going on with you? What's going on with me? Timing and the grace of the mother goddess, instantly shaken, golden devastation, wild revelations, found the soul is me. Grounded in the street, dance with devils, anointed angels' feet, appointed fierce to lead, power concealed and conceded, polarities, duality lived and breathed, experience needed, believe me, beautiful nightmares, disappointing dreams. I danced and found my feet, fantasies still incomplete, angels visiting me, demons tethering me, life severing me, strife treasuring me, pride pressuring me. Where is she? Will I find her? Does she miss me? Limited impossibilities, limited possibilities, paradox of alchemy, 0-point remedy. Isness, business, bigness, pretended, mentioned, I'm not ascended. I'm growing up, showing up, had enough, self-destruct, initiation, indoctrination, hell's vacation, heaven's interpretation. By the grace of it all, every angel has to fall. Blessed are the peaceful misconceptions, misgivings, misdirections playing me. I am souls, all that's left of you and me. All we have, all we need. A drinking from the wisdom's tree. Nectars of the goddesses, so many times dropped to the knees. She got many more than just you and me. Another divine drug spaced out. Trust what brought you here in the first place. For every sun that rises, every soul that tries, every human ever refused to die, multiply that by the infinity of divinity, all blessings, Holy Trinity. It's a wrap. Okay, man. Well, that was kind of scary, but you know what? It's time for all of humanity to let their souls shine. All right, so I'm going to turn on the phone now. So I put the link in the post. Let me find it. Anyone that wants to come in and talk about what's going on, talk about their life, share a song, share a poem, do a dance, light language. Looking for new faces, so just click the link, and let me just go ahead and put it up so that people can put their hands on it. Where is it? Oop. What's going on, everybody? We got, 53 people in the house? I just have to get this up there. Hang on. Let me put this on the comments so anyone that wants to come in, and if, let's see. Go. All right, so I'm putting this on my page. Somebody's ringing the phone. Let's see who it is. All right. What's happening there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
What's going on? Oh, you guys look beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful. It's good to see you.
Hi. We just wanted to come say hi. Go turn it off over there. It's
H-Town.
echoing.
H-Town, Houston, Texas, in the house. Transplanted Texans in the house.
What's up, my brother? I'm actually. We just popped on to say hi because we hadn't talked to you in a while. I've got in about 15 minutes. I got to go to my band rehearsal.
Right on.
So I just wanted to say hi and.
We're going to send you some love.
Love you guys. I've really been thinking about you a lot, and I try to give you some space, but I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in September. We're going to make it happen. Yeah. September 23rd, 24th, 25th. I think this week we're going to nail down a location.
Yes.
And so is it going to, you get a location in Houston for?
No, it's going to be here in Arkansas.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be here on the Holy Land on the Crystal Beds.
Well, I'm telling you, man, we've got some freedom now a little bit to be able to go and do things.
Yeah. Chrissy and I, we connected on it, and we're going to talk about it. Collaboration. Awesome. Yeah. We'll get into it. Yeah.
Absolutely. I was thinking about you too. Yeah. And I wanted to reach out and let you know that I was ready and excited, and it's perfect timing because you were going to reach out too. So it's great.
There you go.
Hey, by the way.
Yeah.
Birthday girl over here.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Christy. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
And many more. Oh, there you go.
Uh-oh.
I done ran into my baby. He's got that blues going.
Aww.
It's good seeing y'all.
It's so nice to see you.
You guys are an inspiration.
Well, we've been kind of in the closet for a couple of months now, just kind of a healing cave, our safe healing cave.
Yeah,
going through it, man.
Don't feel like the Lone Ranger. Look at my face. I'm purging huge. But I think we're finally getting to the after party here. Things are starting to click.
Feels really good. I've spent a lot of my life in negativity or pessimism, and this is the first time I feel genuine optimism about life, just being a part of life, which is a new feeling for me. And it's a little awkward at first. I'm like, am I allowed to feel this
right.
positive or optimistic? And then, yes, I am allowed. It's so cool, and it's brand new. And yeah, getting to share that with Ryan is very special.
And you all share it with us too. So
One of these days when we get to where we're comfortable with everything and just kind of expressing everything and we know actually what's going on. I mean, she knows a little bit more than I do, but we'll come on and talk to you about our transformation. Yeah.
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 No
Definitely.
rush, man. No rush, no worries. All in divine timing when it resonates. But yeah. Because I think we've figured out by now that whatever we're doing on a personal level is the biggest contribution we can make. So as love expands in our own little world, we're killing it. Killing it on the Earth's dance floor. Yeah. Right on.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. And
Brian's got to practice, and I'm going to head off. But
okay. Thanks for coming in, and I really appreciate it. Made my day. Take care.
Love you, brother.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that was cool. Yeah, that was all right. That was all right. So I put the link on my page in the comments if you want to come in. I'll transfer it over to, let's see, I'll transfer it over to YouTube as well. Boom. Yeah, she looked fantastic, didn't she? Could barely see him. Let me get the, I can't do it. Could, Delia, could you get the link to come into the studio off of the comments on my page and put it in on the YouTube live chat? I'd appreciate it. All right. So, we're just waiting for somebody to come on in. Click the link. If you feel like coming in for a few minutes and spending some time, we'll just keep like a little, thanks, Delia, merry-go-round. Did you guys see Delia last night on the show? That was amazing. Awesome. Hey, Alexa Allen. Come on in. Yeah, that was amazing. Yesterday was amazing. Kirsty Lee. Kirsty's, I get confused. Oh, the link. You're waiting for the link. Okay. The link is on my page in the comments. Let me see if I can access it from here. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Or Delia, if you don't mind, could you put it in the Facebook comments too? Thanks. Sorry about that. As usual, Sology. Yeah, Facebook Todd Medina page. If you look at the top of the comments, I put it in there. And I think I actually put it on the Facebook post announcement. So I think I did. Let me see. Hang on a second. I don't want to kill too much time with dead air. Dang. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. So if you go down to like 4 posts on my page, there's the link. I'll just copy it. Copy. Okay, then I'll just put it. Okay, I can do it myself. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so there it is. I guess that's it. No, that's not it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. There you go. All right. Let's see. All right, so I'll just wait for someone to come in. And, it's amazing energies going on right now. Oh, here comes somebody. Here comes Robert Evans. Here we go. Yes, amazing energies going on. What's happening? What's going on?
What's up, brother?
Not much. What's happening with you?
Yeah, nothing much. I just want to come in real quick. Definitely don't want to hog the space because I love seeing all these faces come on. But yeah, I love it. I love seeing Christy and Ryan, yo. Oh,
yeah, wasn't that cool? Wasn't that cool?
Yeah, haven't seen them in so long. Was just messaging her a little bit. Gonna chat soon. So beautiful.
Right on. She was glowing, quite incredible.
Totally glowing. I can see the transformation she's been through.
Right.
It's beautiful. Yeah. So that'll be exciting to hear about. Yeah.
So you're lifting off as usual.
Lifting off, as well as things that are in the way, coming up for the lift off as well. I wouldn't say it's all linear, and but it's interesting. There's been this huge theme. Maybe I could rap about it real quick.
Yeah, hang on a second. Alexa, you hang up the phone, and as soon as we're done, you call in. Okay? So I'm going to disconnect you for now. Wow, I'm getting a huge tone. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Hang on a second. I got you covered, bro.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Is that loud enough?
Just people comment. Let us know about the sound. Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Wait a minute.
How's the sound flow? Do I sound good? Does it sound low? Does it sound great? I don't know. I guess I will just go in. I guess this is just some flow. Okay. Something about this transparency, telling people indeed about what I do see. Even if it has been a little bit of me like, okay. I dove down a little bit the other day. I felt like I went into a lower wave, like a thing that was in pain, a different type of frame, so I could look at that frame rate and see it without shame and share it with this world, share it with the people so that they could share it all also. I guess it's not so linear like there is the ascent, but also sometimes we descend into the lower type of trend for ourselves to see and send ourselves into a higher trajectory. Once we go through the dip, we will go back up, because the dip before the rise is part of the mechanics of this world. So we need to see what is in the way of this wave of our higher integration. So as we all merge, it was like this higher accumulation of energy comes into me so I could see my freeness indeed. But then I had to see what was in the way so I surely could release. And now as I reach into a higher speech, I feel like I am more free, but also I do not judge so much all of the people who've been talking about, yo, this isn't great, or this is something off, or this is not dope. Like, people have their judgments, and I honor them in that, in their path. Like, if anything is in the way for them, that is great, and they will see that and change and remap so life is not so strange, and so they can make it something that's not like they have a block. They can talk and walk and learn from that reflection and go off, but at the same time I'll be here with this plot, just integrating love for them, but also for myself, for everything that feels lower, so we can bring it up to speed and flow more. Yeah.
That's amazing how you do that. It's like all souls are rising. All souls are rising. It's a creative diversity. It's the Earth's university. This isn't a dress rehearsal. This is a mass exodus. It's a dispersal from the old wave of being. We got new waves of seeing and believing and achieving and conceiving. Giving's receiving. My mind's going all over the place. But every time I look into the mirror, I see my holy face. I see grace coming down deep into me. Gratitude, servitude, in the highest order, in the highest place. Power of the Trinity. I'm digging down on my divinity. I'm feeling that love is all infinity. Okay, man.
Love it. Love it.
That was fun.
All right.
You just gave me some etheric balls, and I jumped in there and just freestyle. That was cool. I enjoyed it.
Dude, I
Thank you.
want to see you do it more. It's always great when you do.
It's fun, man. It's all coming out for everybody, I think. Right on, brother, man. I love you, man. I appreciate you. I see you in the ethers all the time, and we'll see you at the next New Earth Grid group.
See you tonight.
Is it tonight? Oh. I get confused. I don't even know.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
bro. All right. Alexis Allen, call in now. Alexis Allen. Robert Evans. All right. All right. Paul Harris is in the house. Devalee Evans. Oh, come on. This even be right. This power, the power with this beautiful work in it. Okay. So Alexa Allen, I think you're due to call in now. Is Alexa Allen in the house? Alexa Allen in the house? I feel like I'm in it. Here she is. Here she comes. All right. We got a new friend. What's happening? Hello, how are you doing, Alexa Allen? What's going on?
Hi.
Let me put your name up there. I've seen you out there in the communities. I've seen you out there for quite a while.
I'm trying to just figure out how to shut up the... Oh, hello. Here I am.
Typical starseed. They can't work technology.
Yeah.
So where are you located?
I'm in southwest of England, in Devon.
Devon. or as we say in Texas, Devon.
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 I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. I've got like, we are repeating, multiplying the conversation.
Oh, it's not happening here. Is
Oh,
it?
okay.
Is it
It's
happening
good
for
now.
everybody else? Do you have a earpiece? That usually makes it go
No.
away.
It's all good now.
Okay, it's all
I'm
good.
here.
Brrr.
Woo!
Very good. That sounded Italian like language.
I don't know what it is. It's a bit of everything. Mother tongue. Very, very, very abundantly gushing through is the light language at present.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been going on with, for you for a long time?
About 3.5 years it kicked in, big time. But this year, since the middle of March, I started to realize that I really needed to give my devoted time and space to significant periods of light language prayer. And it's incredible what I'm noticing that's opening up as a result of that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So how many hours a day do you spend? Like an hour a day or
Maximum 10.
holy shiitake effing mushrooms.
Holy shiitake mushroom of every kind. I know. But at the moment, it's kind of settled down. That's because I've been in such a horizontal pancake slump since December, in bed, exhausted, like many of us. And in March, it kicked in. I need to start praying. And I've really been wanting to do the Power of 8 prayer groups, but with light language, and that's happened for the first time last week. And yeah, maximum it was 10 hours a day, but now it's like calmed down. It's about 3 hours in the morning. I'm praying and then
Just
writing it all up.
straight light language connection for 3 hours. Wow.
Oh yeah.
See, I hear these things and I wonder how many of them are there of you. You know what I mean? I mean, because, like, okay, on a personal level, what do you feel like's happening when you're doing this for the 10 hours or the 3 hours? Do you feel like you're anchoring, anchoring stuff for the collective?
There's so much going on, and when it's happening, I ask Holy Spirit to give me the gift of being able to pray some in my language of my own understanding as well. So I pray for about 2 hours in light language, and then I get the urge and I ask Holy Spirit, come on, give me some morsels in some English, for the human, bite-sized chunks. And then all of this English prayer comes out, and it explains to me what's happening because of this sonic like okay, so what's happening, what I'm receiving is that what I'm visioning actually is that the more of us that come together and the more of us that gather and we start praying and singing in tongues in this light language for significant periods of time, we're like opening up sonic power portals of prayer in what my Father, Mother, God is calling the sonic sphere that's developing around the world, like the biosphere. It's a sonic sphere, and we're singing these divine codes. They're coming through us as sonic divine codes that are helping us to through the sound, through the light of the codes that are coming through, to actualize the new earth into these more subtle, finer light energy fields. And I'm getting the guidance to start pulling people together physically into groups, big groups, to pray for long periods of time, to really penetrate the sound into the field. And the very nature of the light language of Holy Spirit is it's like a spiritual bulldozer. It simultaneously just takes everything down whilst building everything new up. And and more and more people are remembering their mother tongue every single day. It's like everybody's waking up to their soul language. There's so much, Todd. It's so multifaceted and so multi-layered, and it's coming through every single day, explaining itself to me at the moment. Oh, you've gone quiet.
Yeah, I muted myself. Do you think we'll do you think we'll be teleporting soon?
Oh, I'm totally into the teleportation thing, and I'm wondering how, I watched your videos of Girl in the Universe talking about this Bliss Gaia, and then I watched that documentary that I shared the link with you, The Next Level, this stationary flat Earth model thing with all this extraterrestrial land that's waiting for us to remember it. And I'm piecing together what some of the people that you're interviewing are saying with some of the guys from this other realm are saying, and I'm even just today, it's just like, whoa, is the new Earth like the flat Earth, or how's this happening, and where's all this like new land, and are they all speaking their soul tongue, their heart tongue there, and that's why we're remembering this language, and like how does this what my wiser, deeper God intelligence tells me is that the light language is like a magic carpet that takes you to places. And so these ideas of teletransportation are kind of dropping in. I don't understand it yet. It's all kind of, it's so rich and fertile right now, isn't it? It's just like every moment is like a exponential evolution in every second. It's just trying to gather all of it. But yes, there's definitely something about the teletransportation, but for me it feels very sonic. It's very acoustic.
Yeah, it's definitely sound related.
Yeah.
Frequency related, resonance related, light and color, I think, is part of it.
Yeah.
I saw something the other day, and for some reason it leads me to that place. Because I mean, I think like all of us, I've seen flashes of this, flashes even last night, and it's like where stillness and movement meet. Like, how do we bend time and space in a place where movement and stillness meet? And I'm still sitting with it, because from the stillness comes the movement, but it's not movement as we consider movement in our human, from our human perspective. But from the stillness comes the movement. Yeah.
Yeah. What is that movement if it's not in the linear realm of
Right.
time and space?
Right.
Yeah. What is it if it's sonic? What is it if it's something that we it makes total sense because it doesn't make sense. So therefore it makes total sense.
That's
right.
You know
what I mean?
That's exactly right. I heard that when I woke up. They're like, if it doesn't make sense, do it. That's what I heard. It doesn't make sense, do it.
Then it's spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But
people.
Who knows? It's rapidly revealing right now. That's what it feels like to me. It's just like but every nanosecond is rapidly revealing right now.
Yeah. The revealing thing, like the revealing thing. We've been looking out here. What is that? Where's the change? Where's the change? But the revealing is ourselves. And it's quite extraordinary because you can't even explain it, really. Not by conventional methods, anyway.
You can't. But there's also, the revealing is happening inside, and then there's the inkling that's dropping into the awareness that's like, whoa, 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 whoa. This like profound, deep, powerful, subtle revealing going on the inner realms in a minute is going to start reflecting and mirroring in the entirety of what apparently seems to be in the world, or what's hidden behind those veils. And it's like, I know it's all being revealed in me first, because it all happens within first, doesn't it? Within this inner realm first, and then it have to change the word manifest to godifest, because that's what I've been told it's about. It is then it godifests into the realm that we're in, and we experience it there. So where I feel where I'm at right now, and I hear you talking about it a lot, is like right on the periphery of this edge of that revealing, that big huge inner revealing we've all been doing in our own soul and our own ground is about to start like really showing up in the realm, you know.
Yeah, I say that's moving that fast.
Yes, super fast.
So, and I think that, you know, so to speak, when you engage the magic engages you. So when you engage the magic and then it's in collaboration, then the magic there's that third energy, whatever you want to call it, where two or more gather, and it's becoming palpable. It's becoming noticeable. There's glitches, technology glitches, like if you're doing a show or the weather does weird stuff, or, you know, it's beyond synchronicity now. Yeah. So talking about these things and experiencing these things, which we can't technically see from our old eyes, or the world can't see, is actually bringing it all into our reality. So I used to say on the show, okay, I'm getting a thought or something's happening and I feel like I'm supposed to share it. So it's along those lines. So like as I'm connecting to you and I'm listening to you, I see this galactic version of you, and I'm not a medium or psychic. I mean, you know, we're all whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it was specific to anchoring heart energy. And then I saw above your head a triangle shaped ship from a home planet. I can't believe I'm even doing this. From a home planet that was that is like very blue, like Sirius or Arcturus or Andromedan. So anyway, what your aspect was telling me, what your higher self was telling me, was that through, for you anyway, I can't speak for anyone else, but through your language that you pull in, there's very little, it comes out almost as quick as it comes in. And so there's no like thinking in it. That's what she was telling me, and she was showing me with this symbol that looked like a key, like an old key with the circle, and then and she was showing me with the symbol how this is one method of anchoring. Anchoring without understanding, just anchoring.
Absolutely. Yeah. Clearly. There's no filtering, there's no time distance between what's coming in and when it comes out. It's just immediate transmission, and that comes out through the spoken language and also in the artwork and everything, and the music and everything I do as well. And the blue, you know, I totally resonate with the Blu-ray, and a lot of the artwork and all the light codes and everything I do is often with blue and blue background, and it's all about this channeling, this mediator, you know, this mediating channel. It's just immediately coming through.
Right.
Yeah. It's you're spot on.
Well, I mean, I think, you know, as the individual goes, so goes the collective. So whatever's happening to you is happening to me. It's coming out different ways. It's a different experience. But talking about it, like actually having a conversation as we do, and and we're not hiding. We're not underground. We're above above board, talking about elementals and angelics and light language and planetary origins or lineages and soul lineage and where we're at today. Do you think that we're going to stay in our bodies? The Earth's going to physically transform as we're physically transforming, and you could say it's a higher frequency realm, and that somehow or another the vast majority of us are going to make that transition and stay in our bodies?
Yeah, because my ascension journey, which started in 2008 and has just been hell, a lot of it, um, the breaking down on so many levels of every layer of being and of body, and it really began to after a good 12 years of it being in the emotional, the psychological realm, it really hit the physical body in early 2019, which was also when the light language came to me. And when I'd been going through all my like psychological and mental and emotional healing, regeneration, there was that I used to watch Lisa Transcendence Brown quite a lot. That was how I found you, was through her, like
Okay.
the interview that you had, and she would often talk about that physical, when it comes in at the physical level, and I was like, whoa, man, when's it? It's going to hit me at some point physically, and it started happening in 2019, and it's really since then that I've been like, that's what's happening to my body and to other people. It's completely rewriting, dropping the density, shifting from carbon to crystalline. And this is happening whilst I'm alive right now. And this is going to continue happening whilst I'm alive right now. And crikey, I need to find the best, most easeful, effortless, graceful way of going through this metamorphosis, because it's happening in this alive body, and it's going to continue happening in this alive body until there's some shift and change of that crystalline Christ itself that steps through. And so I really do feel it to me, it makes complete sense that that's what's going on in my journey, is that there's a complete metamorphosis going on physically alive. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on, there's no right or wrong, I'm just curious. What are your thoughts on 3 days of darkness, solar flash, everything changes for everyone, everyone knows something's changed right down to the last person on the face of the earth. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know, there's part of me that is aware of the human self that thinks on the linear, like the time space linear spectrum, that likes to do the measurement of 3 days. And then there's another, the timeless part of me that's kind of like, what is 3 days? That could be the time that we're in, that we're navigating through right now, and that this solar flash could be the continuum that's going on, that's holding us right now. That could be, we could be right in that right now. But then there's also that other little part of me that's like, well, maybe that nowness does intensify down into a 3-day-ish kind of period, where there's so much huge wave and influx of new light coming in that we're like in a tidal wave, like a tsunami of just this cosmic kind of like sonic again. It feels to me like at least if not a sound sonic, like a frequency sonic reverberation that maybe comes through and makes everyone like a 8 billion tuning forks all kind of ring at the same time and go, and there be some sort of recalibration that's looks like an overnight reset in a way, but actually there's so much background that's going on around that. My human doesn't understand anything, Todd, so
Yeah, I know, I get that. Well, but the human seems to be settling down.
Yeah.
Like becoming comfortable. I would say becoming comfortable in its own skin, but that's not really doing it justice, because it's more of a feeling like, I guess, being the soul within. I say it like, for instance, like, I know I'm human. This is my vessel. But no dishonor, no disrespect, no looking at it in the same way I look as my soul. I'm my soul in form. And it's actually doable to be functioning from the virtues of the soul and aligning my free will with universal will, like it's doable, like the world, like the realm is meeting me there now. Like there's no obstruction, there's no interference, there's no fuckery, there's no bullshit. You know, it's just, it's all coming to me now. We'll have to do a rap on that one. Fuckery.
You said like the human becoming comfortable in their own skin, but it's almost like the entire being becoming comfortable beyond its own skin into its deeper self, isn't it? It's like the remembrance codes, and it's not like you remember and you're like, wow, it's like you really naturally embody these divine natural attributes, this DNA that's like awakening, and you remember this like amazing skill, like the light language or the healing ability or the whatever it is that's coming out, and it just feels so ultimately natural on its return and your remembrance of it. So there's that kind of shock and overwhelm, and that like awakening schizophrenia, that craziness is kind of like dropping away, isn't it? As we're all rising at the same time and going, wow, I am the mightyverse alive in this like, it's more it's not so shocking, our ability to navigate through it all. It's like our armor of God, this crystalline diamond armor, beautiful. It's not protecting us, it's enabling us to merge wholesomely with everything. And
organically, you know, as much as things might have gotten our way, we got in our way. So like we're getting out of the way, everything's going to match us and get out of our way too. So obviously, okay, we'll just go with it. So let me ask you, the human aspect, the higher self, that is you, the other thing I was seeing that was you, how do we bend time and space? Where we stand right now, if you know, or what what thoughts do you have on how we can bend time and space?
Well, time and space doesn't exist, does it? So it's like even the idea of trying to figure out how to bend time and space is a human construct and linear thing. So it's first of all collapse that idea that there's any time or space to be bent. And ultimately it's the portal in the heart that gets to everywhere. Why would you need to bend time and space? Are you trying to get it to meet so that you can travel through a wormhole and get from one place? Teletransport, you know? Like God, the humans like, but how do I get time and space and bend it? And get, you know, and it's just like drop. It's the heart. It's not necessarily that there's a direct, immediate portal gateway to the bending of time and space right now. But the thing is that when you come out of your head and you settle into your heart and you really allow your heart to come through you, all the solutions, all the knowing, all the everythingness is in there, and it will be revealed in the right divine timing. And that with hindsight later, when you look back and realize that you never did need to bend time or space because you figured out the way, right? But just now it's not revealed.
Well, great answer. I share a lot of that. I mean, first of all, when we want to astral travel or remote view or whatever, fly around in the ethers, for me anyway, there's this conception that it's out there, that I'm doing it out there. As time goes on, I'm containing everything within myself. So my thoughts on it are similar to what you said, which is I don't know exactly, but I know that it equally involves the mind, not to be confused with the brain, the mind, and the heart. like a perfect equilibrium of the mind and the heart.
Yeah.
Or you could say, I guess, wisdom in the heart, or the mind in the heart. And that somehow or another we're obviously becoming more present with ourselves, which ultimately the core of ourselves is the heart. Like that's the human addition to the pre-existing, because of our experience as humans and because of all the extremes of our experience and the extremes of our emotions. We've hit a point where we have found the beauty, the equal beauty of the light of the heart and the darkness of the heart, you could say. And that's where we conceive, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the excavation that we've been doing of the heart, and the gems and the brilliance that comes out through that excavation. And that's something I learned with the light language, because I really associate, to me, the light language is praying in tongues. It was blessed to me by Holy Spirit, by my dear Christian friend. I'm not religious at all, but I really experience it as being Holy Spirit. And she pierces the heart with this language. It's like open spiritual heart surgery each time you do it. And she just goes in and pierces, reveals, excavates everything. But you are aware that you're being held by the Divine Mother as it's happening. So all of that fear about opening the heart has just dropped away. It's like,
Right.
now I'm like hungry for it, you know. I'm like waking up early for the first time in my life because I'm excited about praying in the morning, because I know that that piercing is going to happen, and that everything's going to be pulled out, everything's going to be put into dissolution, and everything's going to be rebuilt out of the ashes of that. And
Right.
yeah, it's yeah, the heart, it's huge. Like you saying, the mind, you know, the mind, when it's AWOL and you go and lose yourself by identifying with it, it's a nightmare, isn't it? It takes us off and it pulls us out of the heart. But when you come back anchoring into the heart, then your mind is an agent of the heart, and it's almost like it almost eclipses, like it's like not an eclipse, but it, to me, like my third eye feels like it's in my heart, you know. My inner vision feels like it's in, like I'm in my heart looking through there. So and I associate the third eye, first eye, being with the true mind. So the mind and the heart, they are really connected, but there's just all these conditionings and programmings and crazy identifications in the lost realms of fear and lack and all of that, you know. I'm purring like mad.
Is that a purr?
Maybe.
I used to
The
do
light
that when I was a
language
kid. That's one of the things I could do as a kid nobody else could do in my family.
Yeah.
Everybody
Wow.
had something they could do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was getting this last night. I had a really long, I guess you would call it communion, like a solid one where it was no interruptions, very little got me off of it. And there was this huge part, because I was asking the same questions. I was going down the same road. And there was this huge part where, like, clamped onto my third eye. Like, I even woke up this morning, like, with this all around, right?
Yeah.
And it was like heart correlation to the heart, or merging with the heart. But it was, I would say it was like, almost like galactic technology, scientific spirit, that was coming in and merging with, I would say, like the human soul heart, like, the whole essence of the body, mind, and soul, I guess. But it was weird because I kept seeing like green, green, green. In fact, I've been seeing a lot of green lately. The heart must be expanding for everyone just hugely, along with
Huge,
everything
big time.
else. Yeah, along with everything
Big
else.
time. Yeah, it's full on maximum doing it. I mean, you know, I said I started, like, I was like, right, I'm going to devote, give space and time, even though that doesn't exist, to the light language prayer in each day. And since I've been doing that, yeah, the heart, the experiences I've been having of the communion of, um, you, you know, all these years and years of these crazy purgings that we've been doing, which has just been magnificently intense in my own journey. Like these galactic waves of grief that come through the body, and all of this, and the shattering and the exhaustion, and for me, the wounding behind it all, feeling like it's under the title of separation. And but what's been happening whilst I've been doing all this light language prayer is the humongousness of the waves of the feelings that are coming through is still as big, and they're still as rich, if not deeper and bigger. But the code behind it all is the realizing, the remembering that I'm connected to the Father, Mother, God, and the heart is just like, you know, really opening up, and there's the tongue, you know, this language that's been gifted is, it's like you were saying, you can see me, it's just a clean channel, it's just coming through. It's like, okay, Father, Mother, God is the pure source, but I am the resource of that source. I'm I'm like, and I've been saying this to people, you know, I've got a direct, I've picked up the right phone to my Father, Mother, God. There's no operator that I'm calling, there's no other like guides or any other beings I have to talk to. It's absolutely direct, and it comes through that way.
Yeah.
And my experience of that directness is just this connection, remembrance, and the heart with that is hugely expanding. And I've always looked at myself like you know, I watch myself to know what's going on in the collective. You know, I've only got to watch my own experience.
Yeah.
So I know if that's happening with me, and I know it's going on, you know, everywhere.
It's going on,
I
yeah.
know from watching your videos, because I watch nearly all of them, you know, and I'm like, this guy's happening. Everyone, it's big.
Yeah. I mean, it's too big of a thing. It's just too big, even though it's not proven out. Let's just say proven out by human scientific criteria or whatever. It's just too big, and it's getting bigger and bigger. You hear it in the stories. You pick it up in the energy and the frequencies between the lines.
Yeah.
What can you say about the presence and possibilities and potential of infusing sound and tone and chanting and light language and musical melody through the vocal cords and the throat chakra, in terms of utilizing that to help us in this transformation? Is there some type of connection where we don't speak it out, where we can actually do it through other means, where we can consciously shift ourselves?
Do you mean using the vocal ability?
Yeah, like there just seems to be some kind of link between the throat chakra, because it has a 5 sensory quality, but it also has a non-physical quality, right? Like metaphysical quality. And part of the reason I say this is because I've been, in my own time over the last 3 or 4 months, I guess, integrating with my voices. And I found that when the heart and emotion is involved, but not in a charged state, in a balanced state, that the voice, at least from my own experience, my voice for me has some type of quality that just, I don't know how to explain it, but like it's just pure, transparent. And I'm not saying I can keep it, sustain it. I hear it in other people. I see it in other people's expressions over the years in Sology. But I've always felt like that there's something about it. There's something about a person's, whether it's a song or a tone or words. It's like all of the frequencies mixed in one.
Yeah,
and
huge.
It's Anyway, that was a long explanation.
No,
Sorry.
I get it. It's an absolute. How to put it in a nutshell? One thing that I read somewhere, I don't know where I read it. I don't even know if I dreamt it. Maybe I made it up. I don't know, but it's a really good thing anyway. So I'll share it. But I'm sure I read it somewhere. The embryo, the baby, when the baby is first starting to form as an embryo and the first cells come in to develop the organs, that the first cells that come in to develop the very beginning of the heart, right, in its really first stages. And then imagine like 9 months later, the baby is fully developed and it's born and it comes through. Well, do you know what those original cells, those original first cells of the heart, do you know what they end up being? The tip of the tongue.
Wow.
And for me, when I read this, whether I did or I didn't, but I'm sure I did read it somewhere, I had like a shattering that happened, because I realized that this articulation turbine unit in here is emanating from this chamber of the heart, and it all of a sudden just made sense why it's called speaking in tongues, praying in tongues of fire, and it just made so much sense to me. It's alive, isn't it? The tongue, when you look at it, it's like so alive. It's like, I love it, and everything we do with it, and it's actually the tip of, it's actually the heart that's here. So it's traveling up through from the physical body up through this whole like column, that this whatever this space is that's between the body and the head, it's coming
Higher
right
heart.
up. Yeah,
Higher
it's
heart.
coming right up through there, and it's able to speak those codes. And we've been so programmed and so conditioned to use our tongue in an unholy way, in a miscreating way, and an unconscious way. But my journey with light language, and also as a busker, because I'm a street performer and I go and do all the light language on the streets and
2 buskers on today, 3 with me.
Yeah, buskers,
I've only done it a couple of times, but I was going to say 3 with me.
But doing it out on the streets and recognizing what's going on and how you're working with the environment and you're watching people and how it's all happening. This is what teaches me about what powers are in the heart and in this chamber and in this acoustic apparatus here. To me, it's right at the very core of it, Todd. I don't know if that is for everybody, but for me, with this mediator, with this clear channel, these tongues, this singing, this expression, this realizing how clear we need to be and precise with our language, to me, everything seems like it's arising from the word, from the light, from the sound, originating from there. And this is why I think the language is dropping away and people are remembering the mother tongue, like you said, because there's so much, the heart's opening, and there's so much we need to say and create and explore and celebrate, and we haven't got the language for it. And so the mother tongue's coming back, because in that is the code of the godifestation spoken, and we've all got that, and it's awakening. And for me, it's key. All of that.
I love that. Goddessfestation. I love that.
Goddessfestation, not manifestation. That's like.
Well, I can sense it in myself because whether I'm talking to Morgan, whether I'm doing a show, whether I'm trying to rap something or whatever, it's weird, because it's, if I am in my heart, which I can't explain, which means I'm unafraid, unabashed, unashamed, unaware of any and all things around me, which basically takes me to this point of congruency with anything and all things around me. I can speak, I can rap, I can read, and my diction is perfect. But the second or the millisecond that I start to become conscious, or we might call it self-conscious. So I've examined that. How do I do that? And I thought, okay, it's an old pattern of the root of an old pattern, which is I'm thinking about what I'm going to say because of my concern of what something outside of me, particularly a person or persons, will think. So that's like trying to let go of that. You would think, well, that would make me a better communicator or a better speaker. But I think it also relates to, for me anyway, for like doing a freestyle rap or reading something. Like there's something about where that motionlessness and silence meets motion. Like there's something about, and I feel like that's the state that we're all kind of coming into, which is really regulated by how present we are, which is becoming easier.
Yeah, yeah. And that, yeah, I get what you mean now about the movement. It's you know, like in Christianity with the Holy Spirit in the Bible, and I think maybe it was Jesus that would talk about this, calling it the living waters. You know, the living waters is the voice of the Holy Spirit that's coming through you, that prayer, the light language. And it's like flowing water, the way that water works. You know, there's no, water doesn't think about where it needs to go and how it needs to navigate, does it? And the nature of the heart is like that. And the nature of the heart as a human is to be singing its own song, you know, doing its own thing, and it just arises naturally, and it's just totally tuned in, and it doesn't need any thinkification going on because it's just naturally flowing. But like you said, we've been up here for most of the time, haven't we? Doing everything up here, and the moment it's like this, you know, this journey from the head to the heart. Right. It's such a magnificent journey.
Or maybe they meet in the throat, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the embodiment, because like I see it like like you got like, say you got like a dozen kids like in an open field on a beautiful day, and they're just all running around and they're all doing their own thing, and you can see like the thought bubbles in their head. They're all different colors in their own world, and you basically participate in the beauty through the observation, but you're also doing it yourself. And now we have this other thing that's been thrown in, which a lot of people predicted we would get to a point where creative collaboration would really start to kick this thing off, you know? And there's something about that where you got two, you know, proverbial kids like that, and then all the images start coming together, and it's all with the same intent, with an open heart, with transparency. And that's what I feel like we're at now. That's why I feel like myself, you, so many people, everybody starting to have something inside of them, or I should say some things inside of them that need to come out. And sometimes, which is perfectly cool, something that's deep and dark and forgotten and whatever, doesn't matter, has to come out. And it may look nice and it may not look nice, and it may be with tears, and it may be with anger, and it could be with all kinds of stuff, but it has to come out. So there's something to be said for being able to say it to yourself, and, you know, all things willing to even do it with somebody else or in front of people. There's something powerful and activating about that.
Yeah, we're all fully pregnant, aren't we? And we're all fully like giving birth to this expression. You know, this however it needs to come out. it feels alive. That does to me, like everywhere. It's like everyone is giving birth to their expression right now, and like expression is the opposite of depression, you know, and we've all been in that, like, locked in, depressed kind of prison planet, whatever. But it's now the expression in unison, everybody together. I mean, I see this, I just see like the whole thing happening, the whole tipping point, the whole critical mass point, that everything happening to me is sonic, you know. Whether that's someone speaking their truth, someone singing their song, someone's praying in light language, lots of people praying in light language, more and more and more and more every second, people waking up to that. But however it is, their true expression of the heart, it's like a sonic reverberation that flips it to that, whatever that solar flash is, or that 3 days, that waking up. To me, it's that unified collective expression occurring.
It's all an
like
inside.
A bell ringing.
Yeah, it's all an inside job. So why would a flash be any different?
Yeah, the flash is inner. The inner flasher.
So, God, you were just saying something. No, I don't remember. But what? So, do you want to do some light language before we get somebody else in here? It's been really enjoyable spending time with you, and you should reach out to Morgan and we'll set something up, you know, for next month. Do a show next month.
I got a guitar here. I don't know how well tuned. It's
Well, tune it. We got time.
Yeah. Let's see what just comes through.
So you do the light language with the guitar, too.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah. With some crazy frozen shoulder situations going on. So I play my guitar in a funny way at the moment.
It's okay.
But let's see. Can't get my arm around it, so I have to hold it funny. Brunyandre chialorim ndrikisie endorimaturui manaturmi kalanandrusie narkietuni mandekie Brunyandre chiesonunda rimalala luturunui rinandare chiesordui Tulunyona malatri nega, rimia sorocule aliai, rimalaturule frumalatrusu. Tranyona chiela frumatue, rinyandri siala lotue, andarichiana mondarchi. Tulunyondri siala curmata ragnana tarichiala la rondoe, rimalara parinda trinanondoe, rinnasie. Kishanandrinya rinatre sialo rumbai rinatre drui molati la runa la cormariti rinasia la rutru nundrukai manaturu la frimondor kusutai nyandur kertit che si attrao non tu è free rimalara corre naso alla bruturi ndara chietro non solai ndara chiendronai maritrei ndatra di chitrunon basumuri hida crede
That was fantastic.
Woo!
Holy shiitake mushrooms. Hell yeah. People say, what's Sology? Where's the book? And I'm like, it's not a book, it's an energy.
Yeah.
What's Sology? Sology is just a word. It's a word that we all share. It's you call it the Holy Spirit. But that's that's Sology right there.
Mm-hmm.
Spontaneous, intuitive, creative, telepathic, imaginative, and courageous. There's a courage.
Oof, yeah.
There's a virtue of courage in the soul that the human can connect to and put itself out there. And it's I believe a full a huge part of our personal liberation is when we step through fears and do things that we're uncomfortable with as human beings, or our human being aspect. So that was beautiful. That was incredible. We have to plan a show for next month and
awesome.
Maybe even have some other collaborations with some other people that want to mix expression. Voice, different things. Yeah. The more frequencies, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what it's all about. It's about everyone, that we're all holding the frequency, we're all bursting with the frequency, but when we let it come out in that sonic way, it's like we're all ringing some sort of cosmic bell together that's ringing in the new earth, and
New earth. It's happening.
It is. Yeah.
It's going down. It's going down.
It's going everywhere.
Well, let's get together next month. And
okay.
Hey, it was really a pleasure meeting you. I appreciate your love and support, contributions. I mean, we see everyone out there. I mean, it's incredible. We're all part of this. We're all equal. It's amazing, and it's always amazing to meet somebody new.
Yeah,
at least
I'm
at a conscious level. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for this realm of Soulogy and everything that you bring, and how much nourishment that brings to the soul of all of us that are watching it. It's just like, you're a come to. I come here for my nutrients, if you like, and so many of us, and it's just wonderful. Thank you, and I'm so happy to be here with you.
Very cool.
It's amazing.
All right, well, you take care in Devon.
Yeah.
Take care in Devon, or how you say it? Devon. And
sure.
I'll see you next time. We'll do it again.
Lovely.
Take care.
Love you.
Okay, so we got space again. That was beautiful. It's all been beautiful. The whole day's been beautiful. 2 guitars in one day, which was interesting, right? Let's see what we got going on here. Let me find something here and get over here, and let's see. It's crazy because you feel like you're off your feet, and, yet we're becoming clear at the same time. It's weird. The whole thing's weird. Let me see here. Okay, we go here. Yeah, anyone wants to come in, just hit the link and we'll go from there. I think the link's on the YouTube live chat, and it's in Facebook on my page. Yeah. Been very cool. That was nice to have a conversation with someone we hadn't met before. Okay, what do I have here in my bag of tricks? Since nobody's ringing. Let me see what I got here. I'm going to take a quick break, and I'm going to play a little tune. So I'll be back very shortly, very quickly. Let's see, let's turn on this.
little less bass in mine, please.
Or send your love down the river to me. Oh, I said send your love down the river to me. Still see you in my dreams. I said send a flower down the river to me. Oh, I said send a flame down the river to me. You take me higher still. Or if you send to me some sort of sign about how lonesome I've been, I will surely buy all my time down the straight and narrow. I don't know what you saw in me, but God, I'm so damn thankful. Send your love down the river to me. I said send your love down the river to me. You are the best I've known. Said I, got some work to do, and I'm singing hallelujah. Send your love down the river to me. Oh, I said send your love down the river to me. You take me higher still. Said I, got some work to do, and I'm singing hallelujah. Got some work to do, and I'm singing hallelujah.
That was funny. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Oh, I am muted. Sorry. Let me just re-explain. Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, that was a little ensemble that showed up at the Soulogy Fest. And they, came on the stage, and half the stage time we had at Soulogy Fest, about 17 hours, was all impromptu, improvisational. Hey, did you bring your didgeridoo? Did you bring your guitar? Let's do something. And, people would come up and do light language, or they testify, talk about their story, kind of like Soul Speaks 5D. So this one we're having in Arkansas in September. I'm hoping we can secure the place this coming week. We still got well over 4 months. But, yeah, there's going to be maybe 3 headliners. Morgan and I still need to talk about it. And but, a big part of the time is going to be for whoever shows up. That's what it's all about. It's a round table spirituality. Nobody's at the head. So if anybody wants to come in, click the link. I'm going to put it back on my page again. I'll tell you what, let me put it in the comments. Put it back on my page again. I'll tell you what, let me put it in the comments on YouTube. Let me put it in the comments. Put it back on my page again. I'll tell you what, let me put it in it's not working. Put it in the comments on YouTube. Let me put it in. Sorry about that. Well, somebody could. Yeah, Kia loa Alohio Kulani. Certainly you're Hawaiian. We lived on Kauai for a while. Yeah, anybody wants to come in? 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 22 seconds. And just, have a talk or have something you want to share. Or you can just put more pressure on me. All right. Let's see. Okay, anybody at all that wants to come in. I'm good with it. Doesn't matter. Whoever it is. Let's see here. Marion Amel Grace, you should jump on, somebody said. Let's put on a little music. Little music. Here we go. We'll just throw something up there. What's up, Joel Prince? Anybody want to come in? Just hit the link and we'll have a conversation or whatever you want to do. I'll just put something on I never heard. Let's do this one. I'm feeling shy all of a sudden.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus now bundled together. The greatest stories and characters and
Boom. So much going on. Shadows receding, being bleeded while the skins fall away. Old ways of being, old ways of seeing. Finding ourselves and awakening. Serpents shedding, dragons rising. Through it all I see you, you see me. Sacred symphony, triggers of mastery. Holy chemistry, threads of belief. But we're doing it, and we're being it. All we gotta do is love each other. Loving one another, discovering fears behind our frailties, lies behind our make-believes. Looking into your eyes, I find a world to believe in, where horizons are far beyond all our dreams, where her heart's always near, where I can see the world's majesty, where I can really see this love that's always been here. Through it all I see you, you see me. What do we have left between us? These silk soul sheets of a kind of peace, bringing high heat, transparent, indiscreet, passions ravished, never too complete, ever too complete. It's a new blueprint. We are the ink, the hidden links, the pen and paper, new mystique. What do we have here, my beloved? Is what we're gonna do from here, my beloved. Kept meeting me in the sea of shadows, till all the dams broke free. Whoever thought oneness would come from the darkest unconscious parts of us. Now we're powering up again. We've done it before, we do it again. Cycle of creativity, creation's infancy, frequency. Sweetheart, this is our reality. So let's power up the imaginary, setting up sanctuary, building soul-gasmically, hariogasmically, releasing the gravity, receiving magically, believing this is happening, because it is. I remember you yesterday as I remember you tomorrow. Soul is leading the way. No longer are we going to follow these dying dreams of a realm that was set up by us in a perfect perfection. It's a new direction, a universal correction, a divine reflection of the I Am Soul. Okay, well, had to kill some time there. Oh, it happens in, oh, here we go. We got some, who we got here? Let me add, I hope this is who I think it is. What's going on, Bob?
Hi, oh, I'm on. Hi.
What's your last name?
Wilson.
You're Bob Wilson. You know, I was going to reach out to you and say, man, you should come on. I really appreciate your comments and your pictures and your words and your support and your love and your energetic contribution to this vortex we call Sology. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This is a pleasure to meet you. It's wild. I didn't know I was going to just pop on. So, and there was an open space. I thought, well, just do it. You know, hey, no, it's great. You're so many things, and I'm just in awe of you, and not in worship, Brent, but you're so. And you know, when I listen to conversations and stuff, and you're catching all this information, and I'm going, oh, I'm glad he's catching it and explaining it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know, it's probably coming in some ways, but it's just like, wow, he got that. And because things are just zooming, but it's wonderful.
Yeah, isn't it?
It is. It's amazing. It's just mind-blowing and fun and everything. It's all of it. You know, I'm in your neighborhood, kind of, sort of.
Where?
I'm about, I guess, 3 to 4 hours away. I'm up in Kansas.
Okay.
And, yeah. So, like, hitting, whether it be 69 or 35, maybe going down
35.
to Arkansas.
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
So you're off of what? Highway, what would that be? 50? 60?
Well, I'm on Highway 69. I mean, just off.
But I mean, as far as the ones that run laterally. Because it goes like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, east to west, west to east.
Oh, I got you. South of 70.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, 70 Kansas City.
Okay. Oh, that's Kansas City. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Right on. Very cool.
I'm south, on the south end of Kansas City metropolitan.
Okay. Yeah, that's not far. Our friend's from there. She would drive there and it would be like 4 hours one way.
But that was like what, it was really fun when Morgan was up here. I don't know, it was in winter or something.
Uh-huh.
So I was wandering. I mean, a year or so ago.
Yeah.
So I was wandering around. I said, maybe I'll just run into her.
That was February 9th, 2021, or February 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I thought, that'd be so cool. Didn't happen, but I'm sure she was very busy with her business.
We've had that happen to us. It happened to us we were of all places, in a little town called Weaverville, California, which we were actually staying in Junction City, which was 8 miles away, which was basically one convenience store and one gas pump. But we were in this small 3-aisle organic market or organic grocer, and I came around the corner and I heard this lady say, "You're Morgan Lee," which was pretty trippy. To be in that town, I mean, it couldn't have been 100 people in the whole town.
Oh, right.
Okay, and so where are you at? Oh yeah, you're up in you're up in Kansas. Yeah. Have you been waiting on this time for a long time? I get the impression that you've known what was coming for a while.
Oh, you mean what's going?
This whole awakening or whatever this is, this transition we call ascension.
Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. Yes, and yeah. It's but I didn't know a lot of the stuff that I've found out, on your channel from different folks and all that. But it seems like a long time. And I don't know what I've been doing, but I guess we're all doing something. But I've been on a search for a long time. Wow. And then I can look back and say, oh, I've been doing this in certain ways.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't, that kind of thing.
Everybody's different though. And like, I was going to reach out to you. Like I haven't.
Oh, cool.
It's hard to, I don't want to get into all of it, but I've been like everybody else, there's so much going on. Like it's a full-time job just to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. But
I know.
You do a lot of comments with just pictures. And that's a very powerful thing. Like I totally get you. Like, man, there he is again.
Oh.
Like it's like I can't explain it. It's a multiple frequency expression, and your intention is the core of it. Right?
Oh, cool.
I mean, it's got a certain, like a wisdom to it, and a love to it, and like a community feel to it.
Oh, very cool. It's like you're like a friend that I graduated with in art school. He said we've done projects together through the years and kept in touch. And he says, no matter what you do, I can see you in it. I mean, in artwork or graphic work or whatever projects we're doing. And he can see it better than I can. I mean, it's kind of, I say, really? and I think really for everybody, it's the same thing in a sense that people just do stuff. They just do themselves.
Yeah.
But they don't think they're doing themselves. It just is what they do. It's what they be, I guess. It comes out in the expression, but it's not like they or I could identify it specifically. I mean, I know some of the stuff, but I don't know. It's very interesting. It's very curious.
Well, I think there's an element of the grass is always greener that's fading away. It's fading away. Comparison's fading away. Competition, but like in these circles, oh, he can do that, or he experienced that, or she did this, or she did that. But I really believe that we're all beating in some weird way at the same vibration. It just doesn't look that way from our limited but expanding perception. And like I'm telling you, and this has been very telepathic too, because like even when you said where you lived, I was about to ask you, where are you? And even like what I pick up from your pictures and your comments, like I already knew you. It's
Oh,
very kindred and very resonant, and I think that's happening a lot. People are coming together mostly online because for whatever reason, but I'm sure that's going to extrapolate onto our physical experience. People talk about coming together with their soul tribe and other gatherings. You got to come to Soulogy Fest September 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
I know. I mean, that's been my. It was like the last time it just didn't work out, and I thought,
Well,
why didn't you have it in Arkansas?
well, we're gonna have it in Arkansas this time, as soon as I can secure a place, and it's cheap, which is great. Sedona's not, but we kept it at 100 people to keep, be safe about everything. But I mean, even we'll have at the end, we'll offer 1-day passes too. So even if you can come for 1 day, but I have a feeling it's going to be extraordinary.
I'd love to be whole experience, for the whole experience.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm planning. That's kind of my forward focus.
Yeah.
And although, I mean, you said it and various, are we even going to get to it?
I have a feeling that we are, and not just in regard to Soulogy Fest, but in regard to we're not going anywhere. Like whatever's happening, it's happening right here. Now, some version of, let's just use the example we were using, but some version of a Soulogy Fest will occur in a more multidimensional way, as everything will. So it'll just follow suit, just like all of us. I mean, but then again, I always go back to I could be worm dirt, and which takes you back to what? Just being present. I mean, it's nothing more, nothing less.
Well, I mean, I've been excited, when I heard when you had the interview with a girl of the universe.
Yeah.
And I've been thinking for a while, or feeling just what are different possible outcomes, or ways that, and whether it's from following the truthers to the thisers to the thaters, and I've just played with, why not in an instant, and then like you were talking with, is it Alicia or the woman after a girl in the
Alicia
universe?
Yeah, Alicia Brochet. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And she was saying, I'm really going to be pissed off if it's not bells and whistles. And I was just saying, well, and I get that, but I'm saying, I don't care how, I mean, and I'm certain it'll happen, there's that certainty, but it almost doesn't matter how.
I know.
Because being of what it is will be so astounding that we've never experienced it before, or maybe we have. I don't know. Kind of confused. It's like, have we done this before? And it's just
we've definitely. It definitely feels like to me like we've been through a certain pattern or routine, but this, as always in the present. Multidimensionality or not, it's the present experience has never happened. Like you only get one chance to do it right the first time, and I have a feeling that for every one of us that's going, hey, when's this going to be over? When's it going to happen? I think every one of us is getting at some level the same feedback, which is you're not going anywhere. It's actually letting go of all of that makes the present moment more expansive and more magical, and more powerful. And those things that we seek, we'll find through that, I guess you would just say being present. I don't know.
Yeah. Things, when everything falls away within your bubble, let's just say it that way.
Yeah.
Then there it is. And it's like, what? It is phenomenal. It's just like I use photography as a tool for awareness, and when I take the pictures, it it causes me to stop and see it. I mean, I do that, but I get excited. I say, wow, and it's everything is magical if you stop and
Yeah.
take a peer at it.
Yeah. It's like we don't tend to look at what's right in front of our face because we think everything is way out there in the wild blue yonder. But you're right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good point you make about the photography. Because I'm in this little town. If I go to the downtown, which is just that old southern main street with these, I think one building there's 130 or 135 years old. But there's something about, like, some things will attract your energy to them more than other things. So like an old building, like I just put my hands on the building like I would a tree. And you can pick up, it may not be verbalization, it may not be something that you can speak verbatim, but it certainly, you can feel things. And that seems to be coming in more for people, actually feeling things and relying on their feelings versus programming.
Yeah. Kind of automatic programmed response of seeing something, and then you have the labels. That's what it is, and then you move on.
Yeah.
Instead of just stopping and zoning out all of that and just looking.
Yeah.
And trying and not think, I want to go back to that. That reminded me when you were talking about, if I can remember how that connected. Performing or not performing. And I've had that experience where I screw up, whether I'm drawing or whether I'm singing or any of those, or any kind of performing. When you stop and start thinking, man, you trip. And then it's like you're going into the old analytical part of it, and every time it just trips things up.
Yeah.
And really,
it's like somebody taking their hand and squeezing the water hose, right? The old water hose, and stopping the flow.
Yeah. or like with a record, it's like, you hit the needle and it goes, whoop, rip across the song. And it's very true. Where, and then I can watch and it's interesting though, you can, with aspect, you can, and I used to talk about it, things interconnecting, this connects to this, and like things are flowing, they're all connected, and you start thinking about something connects to this and this and this. And I have found that, when I start talking like that, man, they look like, they're deer in the headlights. And it's like, uh-oh.
So
let's back up.
Right? Yeah. That's part of the awakening, though, is being singled out as nuts. Did you paint that behind you?
Yeah.
That's pretty powerful.
Oh, here, can you see it?
Yeah.
It's like, that's my pile of clothes, but that's it's an installation, right? No, but this is like a 3x5 painting. And that's a buddy I graduated with.
Cool.
From art school.
Cool.
And actually, we did a recent project together, and he's still in the throes of completing it for a show in Chicago. But
cool.
But yeah, it was really funny. So I said, "Dude, I need to get this to you." And he said, "When are you coming to Kansas City, or how can we?" And he had forgotten about it. And so I sent him a picture, and he said, "Wow, I forgot the picture." Really liking it and stuff like that. But that's Jack, And so now he's famous, the 15 minutes of fame.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, there he is right there.
Right.
In all his glory. So coming on the Todd show,
15 seconds, 15 nanoseconds of fame.
That brief, not even 15 minutes. But
so how is no, it's okay. So
yeah.
how are things now at present? Like, where are you at right now? There's been so much talk, so much going on, especially where are we at now? Certainly April.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that date of February 22nd, which seemed to be some huge day. And then April was crazy, all these solar flares and storms and, human resonance. I don't keep up with all that, but you just see it every day. It's like bam, 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 bam. Plus you feel it.
Yeah.
What's your feel for things right now?
Well, good. And I mean, the way I stay grounded is well, it was like I was heavy duty doing that creative project, so creative, and
Right.
This was in association with Jack, who's up in Chicago. And so I was pile driving for months on it, but it was good. It was real intense focus, and then balancing that out with walking out, and there's an arboretum here, and I'm real close to it, and so walking through the trees.
Yeah.
I walk through the woods pretty regularly, and I do that year round, and that really grounds me, and I just think I have. Well, it was really cool. Jason said, I don't know, it was a year back in one of the talks. It might have been with you or whatever, but he said something about if you look at every tree when you're walking through the woods, if you notice them and stuff, it was something about it really expands you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I heard that a winter ago, like not this winter, but 1 year before, when I was walking regularly through there. And I loved trees before, and I love the structure of them in winter and the design and patterns and all of that. I always think I'm going to miss them when fall ends. It was so beautiful. But I really love the purples and the mauve and just all the different colors that are there. And I played with the deer too, where I would kind of hunt them down and follow them. But well, you were asking here's the digression, but anyway, I fell in love with trees, and of course he's got the crystal roots movement, but I was infected in a sense with a passion for it. and then I bought a lot of trees that spring and into summer, and when the sales would hit or something, and so I was just in a passion about it, and still am, and so that the nature grounding is very strong. And then gardening. Now I'm in garden. When Jack's project, when I finished it up and sent him stuff about a month ago, I've been doing gardening, and I have one big wildflower garden that I work on, and then a client that I help, that I maintain and do whatever for them. But then I've created a new garden. And I sent a picture of it as a post to Morgan.
Oh, right on.
I forget which. It was one of the recent. It was about creativity. She was talking about creativity, in whatever forms, and that's actually something I dug over the winter, you know, whenever the ground was not frozen. And so it's a labyrinth, and it's a 50-foot diameter.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So, but, yeah, and I mean, I'll send you a picture, a comment picture or something on this or whatever you can see. It's on Morgan's. But
how much time do you think you spent doing that?
Hours and hours. I mean, I was turning sod, you know, and the width of the beds are 3 feet. And so the earth is you know, I turned the sod over and mound it up. And then the path, 3 feet, all the path. So,
that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of anchoring. Do you anchor and embody things or like go through things in your head while you're doing it?
Well, you know, I mean, yes. I mean, you know, I see so maybe it's like meditation or something, but it is grounding. But, you know, I see this stuff going, you know, the tapes or whatever going around in my head, and I recognize them and say, okay, enough of that, you know, and then something else will come up. So it is like meditation in the sense that you're observing your mind going crazy.
Chop wood, carry water.
Yeah.
Or it could be chop water, carry wood.
Yeah. Yeah. Dig sod.
At this state of the game.
Ache. No. Really, I'm satisfied with digging dirt. You know, it's something I can do, and then I can stick something in the hole, and, you know, it's like magic. It can be magic, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of things die. I mean, things die. Well, I just learned through the years of doing it is that it's a numbers game. You get better at it, but if you keep putting things in the ground, a good percentage of them, you know, are going to live, and then it's just the natural cycle of things. And
do you form connections with the plants and with the labyrinth?
Well, the labyrinth's so new that I haven't planted it yet. I'm going to plant, like all those trees I gathered. Now I'm going to be planting trees in cross sections and stuff. So when you see the pattern you kind of see where there are intersections of the mounds and stuff.
Right.
And then the rest is going to be like wildflowers. And there will be annuals, but a lot of that will be seeds like sunflowers and zinnias and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll be throwing seeds. But
you're creating a portal.
Oh yeah, you know, I thought of that. Yeah, I already have one in this other garden that's smaller. It's 30 feet in diameter, which, you know, I guess is pretty big. But I thought, oh heck, it's got to be bigger.
Oh my God, you're kidding.
Yeah, you were saying, have I always been this crazy? Well, that's should be an illustration of the fact. Yeah, you know, it's culmination of craziness, right? And I was digging whenever the earth was just quite not frozen, you know, to be able to get the shovel in the ground.
That's right. You're above the frost belt.
Oh yeah.
That's right. So how far are you from Chicago? Like 5 hours?
I think it's like an 8-hour drive.
Oh, is it that far? Is it that far?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some friends come down from Minneapolis, and it only took them 11 and a half hours. I was like, wow.
Oh, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
They came to you?
Yeah. It's a straight shot. It's almost due south.
Oh, wow. That's pretty fast.
Yeah. It was very fast.
Well, maybe they're to the metal, you know.
Well, they probably were. I mean,
or
that was
metal, I guess it is.
Yeah, they showed up after driving 11 and a half hours in one day. I'd have broke it up into 2.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I get so zonked. Like today, I mean, now I'm fine, but yeah, you were asking how, I mean, I go into, like, I was painting today, an exterior of a house, so I was up on a ladder and painting and stuff. And if I don't have that work right in front of me and focusing on it, I mean, I could have fallen asleep on the ladder, you know. So I'm serious.
That's kind of how it goes now, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's been for me, the main uh, experience that I've been getting is where I'm just zombied out at times. And so whether I'm gardening or, I'm just going slower, or if I just need to, one of my favorite things that Jason has said, I think it's the greatest suggestion, is do what's right in front of you, and do the next right in front of you. And what I found with that, and number one, I can stay awake and do stuff, and then
I can stay awake and do stuff,
not fall over. But it really does. What it does for me is it helps me just tell the mind, I'm not futurizing. I'm not thinking of all the other stuff. It's actually taken a lot of worry or out of my life or existence. I mean, not completely, but you know what I mean? It's if you're just right on that, and this is what I got to do, and this is it, all that other stuff, we'll get to it, and I'll write it down on a list or whatever. But that's really helped a lot. It's just, and really that's like carry water, chop wood.
Yeah.
It honestly is. It's just do what's right there, and don't. And it's like when you're singing or you're rapping or you're whatevering, do what's right in front of you.
Yeah.
And don't think about the audience.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's think about the audience. Here's a trick, because I performed in the past, and it's like the thing you got to remind yourself of is they don't know what you're going to do, and they don't have the sheet. They don't know the song, probably. Most people don't know the words of any song. They know some of it, or the music. So really, you are kind of in control.
Yeah.
So just think about they're going to catch you in a mistake. And if you make a mistake, then like jazz, repeat it 3 times, and nobody will know. They'll say, oh,
I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah, so if you screw up on a word, just repeat that line over and over. It's like, well, I meant to say that. I meant to say that.
I meant to say that.
Said it.
Mine will be I fucked up. I fucked up. No, I'm kidding. But there's a lot to be said for that. The more you do it, whatever it is, because everybody has their own form of it, then it gets easier, and you realize that you can take something like that and turn it into something else. I've experienced that.
Well, hell, that's what Miles Davis said.
Yeah.
You can, and what's cool is, and he said that, and I mean, it's a big quote. And then what's cool is if you watch him, like in a live concert, and he'll hit it. I mean, and I know, you can tell what's on and what wasn't quite on, and he'll hit that off note. It's an off key note, or it's not within the chord progression, or whatever.
Like a half. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and then he'll repeat, and then he'll go, go beep, and then go beep, 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 and he'll play off of that into the, and it's like, yeah, there he's going, and because nothing is wrong until you define it as wrong.
You make it wrong. That's right.
Because it should have been this. And there's no shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but
Well, it's like all the pieces all the broken pieces that we made broken aren't actually broken. Morgan was talking about this last night. I think it's like building the foundation with the pieces.
Oh yeah.
And that's what what I mean. Like it's we're taking it with us, right?
Oh, you know what that's like? That's like. It's I think it's the Japanese or Chinese, but I believe it's Japanese. Well, wait a minute. Could be the Chinese. Anyway. Whatever.
Hey, we're all in this together. That's what we're talking about. You take the moment and you keep going with it.
Yeah. It's when they break when they break a ceramic or a favorite cup, you know, it can
Oh
be
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Then they'll glue it with, or they'll infuse it gold in the cracks.
Right.
Makes it even more precious. And so that's kind of, you know, just infuse it with gold. It's like those are the gold. That's the gold. Who was saying that? Maybe you were saying, somebody was saying the gold is darkness. The gold is in the screw ups.
Yes. Yeah. That's it. The gold is, I mean, and so we have these pieces that we found weren't us to find out what is us. And then we realize that, hey, these are actually part of us too. We can use them to build.
Yeah.
Because they're no longer a, you know, like a weakened structural element. They're actually a load-bearing element that can help us to, you know, put it out there.
Well, you know, that's all about projection. It's like, oh wait, that's not me. You know, you do something. No, wait, I'm the good boy. I don't do that. No. Break that. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't do that. And it's like, well, you don't do that until you do that. And then, oh, I do that.
You don't know till you know.
Yeah.
And the only way you can know is to get out there and do it.
Yeah. And then I said doo-doo, you know, so that's always a good
doo-doo, 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 doo-doo. Yeah. Hey man, it's a pleasure meeting you. We should get together and do a full show.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We're starting to set some stuff up for next month. So.
Oh, this was a great icebreaker. I just thought, you know, nobody's coming on. Oh, and I thought, oh, for sure, somebody's going to come on. Oh, yeah, okay. And then I said, all right. And then you put music on, you know, and then you know, and I said, well, you know, whatever.
Hey, it was perfect timing.
That was cool.
It was I'm a big believer that the spontaneous is like sustainable, right?
Yeah.
It's like sustainable, like what you were explaining about making a mistake when you're performing and you just make it something else.
Oh, can I tell you an anecdote?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was the Pirate King in this local production of Pirates of Penzance, which is a comedy opera thing.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. So I played it to the hilt, but so there was a point where I had to pull, I think it was a knife out of my holster, and I had this it was an ostrich feather. It was a quill, you know, to write with.
Uh-huh.
And I pulled that up instead. And it was like, and I looked at it, and the guy was threatening with it, looked at it, and we just went with it. And the audience loved it. And they probably thought it was part of the show. And those are the golden moments, because it's like, you know, the screw ups that you just go with. It's like improv or whatever. It's like, well, this life is improv, isn't it?
That's exactly right.
And when you do improv it, it's so much better because it's not projected or programmed or whatever. It's new.
That's right. And there's never the same thing twice, right? Mm-hmm. So back to your example of if you want to label something as a mistake, or if you want to just take a hiccup and turn it into part of your expression, then that's available too.
Yeah. And actually that's what some of my favorite stuff in doing, you know, painting or drawing or whatnot is a mark or a brush stroke.
Right.
I didn't control or you know, but I've learned to, that's another thing I want to say is creativity is constant creation destruction. It's constant. Like in painting, every time you put a dab of paint on that, you're destroying whatever you put on before. Like if you're overpainting or anything over that. So it's constant creation destruction. You know, you're like Kali.
With love.
Yeah. And so there really are no mistakes, but that's a hard one. We've been taught, Yeah, there are, but that's the whole box thing, and there's no box, so
No.
that's where we're going. Oh, anyway,
We're the boxless.
You were asking, so where am I? I'm doing fine. That was all that digression around.
That's what happens.
Yeah, and digression's great.
Yeah.
I know you need to get on with your thing.
Oh no, I'm gonna actually. 2 hours is up. I'm gonna sign off and get ready for the rest of the night. Yeah. No, but we should get together again next month. We'll start the schedule for late next month, and yeah.
Okay.
We should do that. I
So
appreciate
that. I mean, do you know how to get a hold of me or whatever?
Yeah, Messenger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're all into that.
I'm not. I do a horrible job of it. It'd be great if you could message Morgan and say, "Hey, let's schedule a show." She might even be watching.
Oh.
But yeah, she said the same thing. She sent me a note. She goes, "That guy looks familiar. Who is he?" See, and I'd never seen your face. I just knew your energy, and I picked up on it. When I saw the name Bob, I said, "I wonder if that's him."
Oh yeah, I've been on a couple of the. I think it's like group meditations.
Oh yeah.
Things, but I mean, I was the face in the crowd.
Yeah, there was a lot of people, and there was like 100 people.
And people say, well, "I love what you do with your beard," and I say, "I don't do anything. I shave it off, and it just comes back, and it just keeps getting bigger." And so right now, I look like Monet.
He looks great. He looks great.
It's just,
Yeah.
It's cushion. I just do this.
Looks like you created it with cotton balls.
I know, really. Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah, it looks great. Looks great.
And, hey, it was great to meet you. I'm happy to have your acquaintance, and maybe we can.
There you go. Oh my God! All right, brother.
All right.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you so much for coming in and connecting with me telepathically. This is perfect. This whole day, this whole broadcast has been perfect.
Oh, that's great. This was fun.
Yeah.
Let's just having fun.
That's
in
it.
all the. Wow.
Don't forget Sology Fest, September 23rd, 24th, 25th. Oh, there'll be more coming out on it soon.
Announce the detailed stuff. So
it'll be out soon. Take care, brother. Peace out.
You too.
All right. So maybe we might keep doing something like this every now and then, and seeing what we can make up of it. Mix different things in with the broadcast. So we'll just pick a song out of Kai Engel, K-A-I-E-N-G-E-L. He does instrumental music, and I like him. I've liked him for a long time. So he's got one called Highway to the Stars. Let's do that one. So we'll just take a moment to just kind of ground together in this circle of life. It's amazing what we're going through. It can be a bit of an imbalancing type of process, but I think we can start to acknowledge to ourselves that we've done nothing but make progress. No matter what's happened in each one of our lives, we've listened to this guidance, to this voice that's made us different in this world. And we've continued to follow that guidance and expand, and it's brought us to this place where we're not alone anymore, where there's many, many people standing in this circle on this new earth grid. And the more we play with it, and the more we play, the more it comes into play. And so life starts to reciprocate our efforts in real time. And we find as time goes on and we take our focus and our intentions and our dreams into this space where there's no judgment, there's no competition and comparisons. And we start to naturally, organically co-create and collaborate. We realize that we self-regulate. We realize that through our efforts we demonstrate the new Akashic that comes from the living library of the human experience. So we're at the stretch run of this purposeful mission and race. And now we're starting to understand that we are the projectionists. We realize now that what we're experiencing is coming from our own thoughts. And now we've reached this point where stillness meets energetic movement, and what we're experiencing are our dreams. And every day we have a little more faith and a little more confidence to go with our persistence. And it's becoming bigger than all of us. The shoes aren't dropping. The 3D dualistic constructions of this realm are crumbling and disintegrating. And we don't know what's going to happen because we haven't decided what's going to happen. And we can decide in this moment, each one of us, what we want for ourselves, for each other, and for the universal, all in one equal degree of divinity, which is us, the I Am Soul. I appreciate it. I enjoyed the 2 hours. I hope you did too. Peace out.